Okay, should be fine.
Okay, should be fine.
Kick some more wires. Like you see the other one right there, just kick it. Just pull it. Yeah. God damn, it's bad.
Welcome back to episode 9.
Welcome back to episode 9.
Welcome back to Sprawl Podcast, episode 9.
Sprawl Podcast is no longer.
Fake Friends MMA.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Episode 9, yeah.
Episode 9, bro. 9 weeks. And actually...
Some people actually watch the full videos or they just click it and then they say,
there was 16 episodes before this.
I'm going to try and look at this guy. What?
There was 16 weeks before the thing. There was 16 weeks before we changed our name. So in total, there's been 25 episodes now.
16 weeks.
25 episodes, including this one.
Yeah, but you don't count it.
Yeah, I do.
If you count it, then we'll change the episode to 20, whatever you just said.
But we don't count those
I wasn't listening, huh?
Yeah, but we don't count those ones.
So then why are you counting though?
Just like in total. Since we started, so it's good. Not really much going on in the news this week.
MMA's what do you mean?
MMA's kind of slow this week.
You know, we have some good topics.
We have good news, and they're gonna get views.
So okay, they're gonna get views. Okay, just tell everybody you're on a world tour today.
I'm not.
You're on a world tour today.
Speaking of world tours, this guy is goddamn Bon Jovi, bro.
Why?
He's
retired. He's retired. He doesn't go anywhere.
No, bro, you're Bon Jovi.
He's retired.
You're Bon Jovi.
How about you?
You all around the world, bro. What's your tape on my foot, bro?
I think somebody slammed the door by accident.
Somebody gonna get hurt.
It might be me.
Somebody gonna get hurt, bro.
That's not tape. That's a Velcro to like hold something.
It's nice. Okay, but this guy's Bon Jovi.
You just made it into a ring.
Yeah, this guy's Bon Jovi.
Why?
Because bro, you're on the world tour.
No, I'm not. Where did I go?
Buddy goes to Austria one day and then goes to France next.
Buddy
throws cool. Gang signs with one hand and makes animal balloons with the other hand, bro.
I think the door is broken.
Somebody will get hurt, bro. They'll come down like John Cena, bro.
No, I think one of the doors they're broken. They're just trying to close it properly.
Yo, you know what sounds good right now, bro? McChicken with a pizza slice.
What? You put the McChicken.
Pardon, McChicken.
You put the pizza slice in the McChicken?
You put the pizza inside the McChicken, bro.
I've never done that. What do you mean?
It's good, bro. It's good. It's like everything you want in one bite: lettuce, mayonnaise, pizza, cheese, chicken, bread, bun, all in one, bro. That's it's good. No, but besides that,
no, you know what? Oh, don't ask me about it. No, bro. No. Get out of here. Bro. I'm on a world tour. It's okay. I'm a world tour. Like you're the one that's on a world tour and a coastal tour now,
bro. Is that a world tour or your ghost tour, bro?
Not even water is safe from you,
bro. They call me Luffy, bro. King of the pirates, king of the seas.
There was a discussion on I forget, it was on PSN or something. They're like
retarded PSN as well. The absolute speds on PSN.
I think one of the guys, Ramin, said he would have Conquerors hockey.
Yeah, for sure.
And then it came up that you said you would have Conquerors hockey. I was like, bro, disgusting.
Bro, first of all, bro, if Conquerors hockey existed, bro, that guy would not have it, bro. Okay, listen, there's something that has to be said for guys who play video games in their basement at night. There has to be some kind of like rule that if you play in the nighttime in your basement, then you don't have Conquerors hockey. Is the basement the thing that makes it like that, or is it because he's playing video games? I would say both. I would say a combination of both.
No, but what's more thing?
What's more? For sure the basement.
The basement? The basement automatically takes you to a different level?
Yeah, like it puts you down, like Impel down level 6. Like puts you down, like down bad.
These are really big references, like not a lot of people would get it.
If you know, you know. But it
is
what
guy,
it is, bro.
Huh?
Bro,
Impel down?
Buddy's down bad, what can I say?
So, but he goes to the basement because he gets free space to himself and, he doesn't have to worry about...
Bro, I've been maintaining a good schedule, bro. I've been going to bed 10:30, waking up 6:30, and I go for a run, then I study, and then I work out again, and I do other stuff too. Did you ask? Did I ask? Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to find somebody that asked.
What's your schedule like these days?
I work 9 to 5, so it's the same schedule.
What time do you wake up?
8:30.
Doomer.
Who?
Doomer. You're a doomer.
No, I go to sleep at like 12:30 and wake up 8:30.
Speaking of Instagram page and TikTok, bro, I give you full control over that.
Oh yeah.
So nice.
You give me full control of your Instagram.
Our Instagram.
Okay. And what do you want? What is your point?
Contact fighters.
Listen, there's a guy named goddamn Big Rig. No, not Big Rig.
The Muslim
Bulldozer.
Muslim guy. Muslim.
Yeah, you saw that?
Weasel, bro.
I emailed him. I did him. I did 5 or 6 of them. I forget.
Like, I don't get it though. Like, you think that if you have like 1,000 followers, you want to get press. Like, buddy, we have more followers than you. Like, just come on our show.
Yo, that's kind of rude.
I don't care if it's rude, bro.
No. I don't blame him because. So what happens is when we message, it goes to their other requested messages because they don't follow us. And the other thing is when I comment on their pictures or like their stuff, it's on like old ones because like I'm not there sitting there waiting until they post a new thing, right? So they get like delayed notifications. So they have to. It's harder for them to land on it, and then all those people that land on it. Not everybody wants to do interviews.
Well, the only way to do it, I think, is either contact their managers or contact Ali Abdulaziz.
Ali Abdulaziz he's on a different level for in his own eyes as well. He's not going to answer any of our messages. Can
you imagine as our first interview we get Ali Abdulaziz? Could you imagine?
Brother, where's Noah?
Herbal Dean.
Say, how's Noah doing?
At the end of the day,
what?
That's what he says always. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
yeah. Or we get Triple C, or we get like Errol Hawani.
Triple C, I don't know.
Man. I don't know, bro. You gotta find these guys, bro, and line them up.
Who find them? Me?
Yeah, bro. It's all you.
I'm trying, man.
Hopefully we get it by next week.
I think we shouldn't like rely on trying to find interviews. Like I'm gonna keep trying, but
I think we'll
get back
smaller.
to
I think we should start off really small. With like
I'm trying. I'm going after goddamn Bulldozer. I forget what his name was.
You don't even know the guy's name, bro.
Hold on, man.
Bulldozer Roy Nelson.
No, there's a Canadian heavyweight. I forget his name.
Anyways,
but I asked him because he's fighting.
How is Senchai?
Huh?
Senchai.
Who's Senchai?
The Muay Thai legend. You know the guy from Thailand?
Did I message him?
No, but he's like really big. He's like a Muay Thai legend.
Okay.
If you get him, great. Or we get GSP.
How about you leave GSP? This man told me this is like a month ago. This guy goes, "Yo, GSP is pretty active on interviews. You should go ask him."
He is.
How the hell am I gonna get GSP? We don't have a single interview,
bro.
They don't know about our crazy setup, bro.
Why don't you go after coaches then?
Our setup. I'm telling you, first interview. We're putting the mattress on the ground, put some ding, 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 do some B-roll.
No?
Do some B-roll. No, pizza is for after.
Yeah, that's true.
So you do some B-roll, right? You have those clips. You make it like a little fun.
But no way,
give me a chance.
Bro, you know what's a good idea?
I deserve top 15.
You know what's a good idea? Like Brendan Schaub, where basically like you meet these fighters, and then you get food. Oof, sounds good, bro.
I think he rents out the truck, and then they come to the place and stuff like that.
No, but like a sit-down interview would be sick.
Yeah. I'm down for all of that.
Well, we gotta find these guys.
First, you gotta tell these guys. Don't just find them. Tell these guys.
I think your next goal should be to get Javier Mendez.
You're going way too high, man. I'm in a realization that it's not easy to get these fighters. I don't even know how these other channels get them.
There's one guy who had like I think 1,000 subs, and he got Trevor Whitman.
Yeah. But a lot of times, you know why it happens? Like, they know somebody that knows that guy. So then they ask that contact, the mutual friend, to ask them to come on the show. And that's how it works.
Okay, so I think what we do is that we have to get
But we have no friends.
It's lone wolf, bro.
Goddamn.
Alpha mentality.
What are you good for, man?
Anyway, listen, we have to start off really small. We get these guys, and then we slowly build our way up. But the best way to do it is get these coaches. Once you get the coaches, then you can go to the fighters.
Eric Nixick.
Let's get him, honestly.
I'm going to try.
Eugene Behrman.
No, Eugene Behrman's not doing it.
Mike Blood Diamond. No, honestly, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Sick guy.
We'll be like, yo, you're a secret weapon. How did you help Izzy to prepare for the fight? Were you actually doing all those kicks like we predicted?
When you ask these coaches too, it's good because
tell these guys, man.
When you ask these coaches, you can ask them questions about their fighters. Those are videos that get views.
Jeez, and them talking about other fighters.
Bro, forget about it, bro.
We just
spam them questions.
Subscribers, go.
I have a new idea too for our videos.
What?
I saw this idea where basically like they put like a text notification. Like as in, like an overlay.
Okay.
Like, you know how like instead they put like the subscribe button, instead of that they put like a text notification as an overlay. It looks sick. I'm gonna do that.
Text notification. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like, you know, listen, like you're watching a video, right?
What the hell?
You're watching a video, right?
Oh yeah.
And then there's
what's Weasel, bro?
It's Weasel, bro, but that's how you get subscribers, bro. I'm gonna try that out. I'm gonna do it next time.
What's the notification gonna say?
Hey, this is not a real text, but subscribe to us. I'm gonna do that.
There's I've seen some channels. They have like this huge like square rectangle comes up that it says subscribe. Like YouTube actually like has a button there.
I mean, that's good, but
it's like
how much better is a text?
that big, huh?
How much better is a text? So a text
No,
is good.
all of it, bro. It's just
No. Anyways, we're gonna start doing this. I'm gonna take more control of the Instagram page too. I'm gonna do good things with that. Good things.
Hey, you're the one with all the free time.
That's true. I mean, not really, but yeah.
You don't have a full-time job. You sit and you study for MCATs.
And I edit videos.
And you edit videos for...
Men's get paid.
Yo, Ethereum hit 1910.
Bro, no one cares about crypto, bro. It's a fake currency. Everything red, bro. Everything red. It's a crypto crash.
Wait, hold on. I told a guy if he's awake or not, bro.
Who?
Goddamn Sleeping Beauty.
Hopefully by this time next week, crypto will be at all-time high. Inshallah.
Yeah, but I want to buy another one.
I don't have
another
money.
one, huh?
I'm out of money. I'll go all the way tied up. Anyways, well, hopefully next week will be.
What's our safe moon wallet?
I don't think you want to look at that. It's not good. It's really not good.
You should have sold at 160.
It's enough for a junior chicken or two.
No way. Is it that low?
Low. It's low, right? No, it's not that low. But it's like, let's say like
I think it's at like 0.05, right?
Maybe like 40. Maybe like 2 large pizzas and then like a 10-piece wing and like 2 drinks. It's not bad.
I know, man. Sounds pretty good right now.
Okay, let's start. Okay. Charles the Bronx Oliveira is the world's best lightweight.
What does do Bronx mean?
So from what I saw, is that so like at first I thought it was his gym name, right? Which it was.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, when he came to the gym when he was younger, they said that they called him Du Bronx because he was a kid from like the
favelas.
Like from the ghetto, basically.
So that's what Du Bronx means, the ghetto.
From the ghetto, yeah, basically.
Okay. So you're Du Bronx too?
No, I mean not really. I mean kind of. Actually, no, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. No, I'm not.
I'm joking. You're not. I'm kidding. But, you're not from the favela.
Favela, bro. But you know,
I thought you wanted to be called out. You know.
I have to agree with that sentiment though.
What?
I think that Charles Oliveira is the world's best lightweight right now. I think that Poirier had the chance.
He's a champion.
He's a champion. I mean, there's an argument for Poirier, but even then, he has to beat Conor.
155 is going to be a revolving door, I think. There's going to be multiple champions in the next two years. I don't think there's going to be one. I don't think Charles Oliveira.
Hey, Elon!
You did it again. Remember I told you don't do that? Look what you did to the microphone.
That's good.
Hey, Elon! I think 155 is going to have multiple champions in the next couple of years. The reason why is Charles Oliveira, yes, he's good, but in that fight, he was almost finished. He had some things that
Michelle
maybe
Chandler
might not go his way next time. Like he got hit hard by Charles Oliveira. By Michelle Chandler.
Yeah.
He got hit hard, and what did he do? He went for a takedown, and he was lucky that Michael Chandler either was taken down or Michael Chandler decided to go for a guillotine. Right? There's other moments in that fight as well where it was kind of lucky that Charles Oliveira got the outcome that he got in that situation. So the reason why I say that is not just to bash on Charles Oliveira and be like, oh, he doesn't deserve the title or anything like that. It's just the fact that this championship, there's so many possible winners, right? And any of these matchups can
Let's count them right now. Okay. Oliveira, Chandler, Gaethje, Conor, Poirier, Islam Makhachev, and Dariush.
All those guys could be champions in the next 2 years, right? It's not anything like wild to predict that. And Charles Oliveira right now is the champion, but I don't know if you can straight out be like he's the best lightweight right now in the world, because
he beat Ferguson.
All these guys are such at a high level. It's not a matter of like who's better than the other. It's just who's better on that day, or who's better in this certain matchup,
But how good is his ground game though? His ground game is high level.
Who is Charles? Yeah, it's very, very high level.
I think he showed more of his expertise on the ground when he fought against Ferguson. And like in that fight, he was like making a fool out of Ferguson on the ground.
Yo, relax. Why are you making fun of Ferguson like that?
I'm not making fun of Ferguson.
No, don't disrespect Ferguson.
I'm not, bro. Listen, hold on. I'm talking, brother. Okay?
I'm listening.
Hold on. I'm crying, brother. Okay? Anyways.
I'm crying inside.
I'm crying inside, brother. Anyways, Tony Ferguson is the kind of guy to lose 3 fights in a row to condition his will.
What video did you see that comment on?
YouTube, something, I don't know. I forgot. Man. But anyways, yeah. I think he is. I think that the next fight to make will be whoever wins the Poirier-Conor, right?
Yeah.
But that's for next topic.
So Charles Oliveira, I could see him losing to Conor. I could see him losing to Poirier. I can see him losing to Justin Gaethje. I can see him losing to Islam Makhachev. But I'm not saying that Charles Oliveira can't beat those guys either, right? He can get beat by them. I can see them beating Charles Oliveira, but at the same time I can see Charles Oliveira beating them as well.
Who do you think out of all these guys is the worst matchup for Oliveira? I think it's Dariush, personally. After watching that fight with him and Ferguson, he just fights so much like Khabib. He fights like...
Not really.
I think so. His whole ground game is like... I think he has better fundamentals than Chandler, in my opinion.
Jeez, so you didn't even know who Dariush was. You were disrespecting Dariush.
Actually, no, I knew who he was actually, but this was like the first time that I actually watched a full fight of his.
Beneil?
Yeah, he showed a lot, man.
Yeah,
he's great striking, great wrestling.
Beneil is a bad matchup.
Islam.
Dustin Poirier is a bad matchup.
Why?
He's so technical on the feet, and what Charles Oliveira does a lot of times is he always goes forward. When you force your way to go forward against a guy that is a counter fighter, you're gonna get hurt. Especially if he comes into the pocket and tries to infight a lot, Dustin Poirier is going to catch him. And Dustin Poirier is a black belt himself in jiu-jitsu. And it's at the high level. Yes, these guys are all black belts, but it's also very difficult to submit your opponents at the high level because today's MMA is very, very conscious of like all these different submission moves. The times that you see people get submitted is really when they're in danger, right? So when they're already hurt and then they go to the ground and they submit them. You rarely do you see like they're just in the guard, they're playing in the guard and then he catches them, right? You never really see
Khabib did against Gaethje with triangle.
No, but he hurt Justin Gaethje. He was beating him up.
No.
And Justin Gaethje's ground game is not high level.
he has good wrestling though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about jiu-jitsu guys. Okay. So I'm saying that like we saw it against Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira got his back, and Michael Chandler was still able to hold off his hands, stand back up, throw him down, and then reverse the position. So my point is I don't think Charles Oliveira, if he goes on the ground with Dustin Poirier, like fresh and not hurt and like just playing in the guard, I don't think he submits him. There's a chance, of course, but I don't think he submits him. Now, on the feet, Dustin Poirier is going to counter and counter and counter, and Charles Oliveira can take punches, but I don't know how many he can take. He got very lucky in the Michael Chandler fight that he was able to survive that. Those are huge blows. Now,
but like the round was also ending too, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna hit
so Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor is a bit of that as well, but Conor is not that great on the ground. He's very good defensively, but he's not much of a like jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
So
he has a blue belt though, doesn't he?
Yeah. No disrespect of him. I mean, as in he's not offensive in his transitions. He's not trying to advance at all. His main goal is put my back to the fence, get up, and escape.
Striking, yeah.
Right? Continue striking. So Dustin and Conor have that going for them, where they have the advantage in striking because they counter. Yeah. And Oliveira really comes forward all the time. Justin Gaethje as well. If he can avoid any of the grappling getting taken down, right? I think he can win that fight as well.
Yeah. So he's power in his hands, right? So
all these guys, I can see them beating Charles Oliveira, but at the same time, Charles Oliveira has a chance to beat all the other guys. Yep. He could take Dustin Poirier down and finish him. He could pressure him similar to what Khabib did to Dustin Poirier and just will his way to a win, right? Yep. Because we've seen Dustin Poirier under pressure from a high level fighter, he lost to Khabib. Charles Oliveira isn't Khabib, but you get my point.
Yeah. Okay. In relation to our last topic, listen, this is just my opinion. This is my statement. Okay, you can say yes or no to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Conor will beat Dustin in the trilogy. Done. That's my opinion. Wait, no. Listen. First, start off with yes or no. That's it. Yes or no.
Yeah. I think so.
Now elaborate.
So a mutual friend of ours, he's so adamant. He just texted me out of the blue. He's like, easy money, Dustin's gonna win. He's like, Dustin's gonna beat Conor, no problem, bro. Put all your money on it. I forget the what?
Who said that?
You don't have to know. That's just between me and that guy. I don't need you to butt in.
That's true.
I'll tell you later. But he was talking about how it's easy money and stuff, and I was like, why is he so confident? Right? Is it because Dustin Poirier like outclassed Conor in the second matchup? And I thought it back to the fight, and Conor in that fight did have his moments. He did have the advantage in striking and some points of the fight. He did catch Dustin Poirier a couple times with some heavy counters. But what was the difference between the first fight and the second fight? The first fight, Conor had a similar approach where he was pressing forward, looking for that left hand, countering,
and he was landing.
He threw more kicks in the first fight, but in the second fight, he threw some kicks here and there. The difference was the placement of the shots. In that first fight, Dustin Poirier kind of turned his head. So Dustin Poirier is southpaw as well, right? So he's here. When Conor throws,
he was switching a lot though. No,
I'm talking about in the first fight. So I'm talking about the moment where he got knocked out. So when he's in the southpaw position, he's trying to roll, right? He's trying to roll with Conor's strikes. So what happened is Conor comes in, closes his distance, and hits him with the left hand behind the ear. The reason why, if you look closely, is because Dustin tries to compensate, tries to cover with his right arm to take away the blow from the left hand. But the problem is that he kind of rotated way too much. Yep. And when you rotate way too much, you expose all that extra area behind your ear. And that's what happened. In the second fight, Dustin was making sure that when he was taking those shots or he was trying to avoid them, he wasn't rotating way too much. He was taking them more right directly on the face. And when you take it right on directly in the face, it's you can absorb a lot more. Yeah. So your chin down, right? You take it out right in the middle area, right here. Instead of what happened in the first fight, it was right here behind the ear.
Which throws off your balance too.
Yeah. So now there's the performance from Conor himself as well wasn't the best.
No, the second fight. Come on, what are you talking about?
The second fight
in the first round, he was striking, he was landing.
So his performance wasn't the greatest in the sense that his game plan was not very
good.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't very good, and he didn't adapt as the fight went on. He kept going to that same exact strategy. The leg kicks, he was getting leg kicked, but the feeling that I got from that fight when it was happening was he didn't really decide how to deal with those leg kicks. He was trying different things every time. He was getting leg kicked. One time he tried to grab it.
Catch it. Yeah.
One time he just ate it. One time he got hit and he just returned with a cross. Right? He didn't feel confident in his response, which I think in this third fight is going to be different. He's going to go in there knowing what he wants to do and what positions. If he's really close, he's going to hit him with the cross. If he's really far away, he's going to step back and avoid the kick. If he's in the mid range, he might have to eat it and catch it. Right? There's different ways to handle.
Do you see his stance just changing?
No. I don't think he's going to change it.
He's going to stay with that flat-footed stance.
It's not really flat-footed.
It's pretty flat-footed.
No, it's not flat-footed. If you look at his old other fights, he starts off a lot more bouncy. Even in this rematch, right? The second fight, in the beginning, you can see Conor McGregor hop in and out of
range
to avoid a leg kick. What the difference is what happens in his other fights is that he starts off like that, and as the fight goes on, he starts to slow down his movement.
Yeah.
Because it probably is because of fatigue, right? It's just a natural progression of his body, right? He just drains out his energy. So I don't think a lot of people were making like this comparison. Like, okay, he's stuck in the mud, blah 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 blah. I think he got tired because of the grappling exchange in the first round. Those leg kicks added up. He really didn't know what to do. He was just trying the same techniques. What he would do is he would kind of like tilt to his right and try to sneak jabs and crosses.
Corkscrew uppercut.
Yeah, he was trying to do that. But what happened was Dustin Poirier was able to read that range and would hit him with the check right hook.
Yeah.
So so then when he gets hit by a check right hook, it's because Conor McGregor is off balance, right? He's like
and
this.
His right guard's exposed.
Yeah, he's not able to move in and out because his body is like tilted like this. So I feel in the third fight, Conor McGregor has his time now. It's what, like 2 months away, or like a month and a half away? Yeah, it's
July 4th? No, not 4th.
15th, I think, or something like that. 13th or something. So he has a lot of time to prepare for this fight, and strategy wise, I think. If he wants to knock out Dustin Poirier, it's going to be difficult. He's going to have to wait for Dustin Poirier to make a mistake, and that's asking a lot for a guy of Dustin Poirier's stature now to do. So what he's going to have to decide is, okay, at what point am I going to stop chasing that knockout, and at what point do I go back and try to do what I did against Nate Diaz?
Let's say he beats Poirier, okay? Let's say he beats him. Do you think UFC will give Poirier that fourth fight? Never.
No,
right?
why?
You don't think so?
No, it's 2-1. Why would they do another one? I think if
would they even count that first fight for Dustin?
think, yeah, of course. It was
because it happened so long ago. Like, would you not have the fourth fight?
So what? Why does it matter?
Pacquiao Marquez 4, you know?
No, I think I'm not saying they would never face each other again. I'm saying like immediate. No. If it was 1-1 going into like, if it was tied again, right? Then yeah. But if it's 2-1. And you have an opportunity to put Conor into the title fight. I don't think.
Has there ever been like a 4-fight trilogy? Well, not trilogy, but like a 4-fight series, like in MMA, or no?
Nothing that comes to the top of my head. It's usually 3.
It's usually 3, right?
It's usually they do a rubber match, and that's it. I think Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell face each other many times, but that was outside the UFC.
Well, this year's gonna be fun. Let's see what happens. Hopefully Conor wins. Hopefully Nate Diaz wins. You know, get some sick fights this year.
And then Conor goes to 170.
Forget about it.
No, I don't believe. I don't know. I don't think Nate Diaz is.
That's another.
It's tough. It's difficult. Yeah.
This relates back to our old topic from last week. Actually, no, from 2 weeks ago. Okay. UFC lightweights officially reveal, in the form of Paul Felder, that Islam Makhachev is avoided, and Islam Makhachev isn't a good matchup for many lightweights, and a lot of lightweights. In this case, we're going to use Paul Felder again.
Keep going.
Said that they're scared of Islam Makhachev because he's basically mini Khabib. So I was correct. Paul Felder is a sick guy. He just retired actually on the Saturday card, right? He retired. So he speaks facts, bro. Paul Felder's a sick guy.
So you're just trying to tell everybody you told them?
I told you so.
Yeah.
I mean, not I told you so, but everyone told you so, that like he's avoided, right? And we knew this.
He's avoided?
Yeah. But Islam Makhachev, bro, like we were saying for a while now, he has great wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And he might even have better striking than Khabib, according to Khabib.
He said that himself?
Yeah, his striking may be as good, if not better, than Khabib's.
Yeah.
So that kind of combination in the
combination,
that kind of combo is a disgusting combo.
So Islam Makhachev does have he has more of a traditional like MMA like stand up style compared to the Khabib. Khabib is like he has his own thing where he bobs and weaves and he uses a jab. He goes really close. He pressures, right? He throws like
his guard is so funny, bro.
So
like this.
So he has his own style, right? Islam Makhachev though, he's like more traditional. Like you can see, like he stays really tight. He knows he's more of a counter fighter as opposed to what Khabib is, where he pressures. So in that sense, you can say like, okay, traditionally, Islam has better striking, but like, what's the point of striking? Striking is is trying to hit the guy without getting hit.
You know what Paul Felder said too? He'd rather watch paint dry than fight Islam Makhachev. Goddamn. What?
No, but you have to put that in context. He was saying that none of these fights anymore motivated him. He said that thinking about preparing to fight Islam Makhachev or whoever it was he was talking about doesn't appeal to him. He's not motivated anymore. He's not. I don't think he was trying to say it to downplay Islam Makhachev.
There was an interview though. No, he was saying that like as in like he.
I saw like I know what you're talking about. Context.
He doesn't want to fight him though. That's the thing.
It's not because he
said in the interview himself. It was an interview. He literally said that I don't want to fight this guy. He's like teammate of Khabib. He's basically Khabib.
No, I'm talking about the paint dry stuff. I'm saying the context of that
fine, yeah, I guess
is not meant the way that you kind of said it was like, disrespectful.
No, what I meant is that he's scared of it.
And where I grew up, if you said that kind of stuff, you get slapped.
Hey, come slap me. Try it.
I'm not gonna slap you, bro. My eyes itchy.
That's what I thought, bro.
If you go back to where I came from,
what's where you came from? Stop and slap.
So we talked about Islam Makhachev before.
Yeah.
The reason why he's avoided is there's many reasons. So first of all, he is very, very good, right? He's a really good fighter. He's a tough matchup. We're a guy that has very technical striking, very good wrestling. Top game is really, really good. He is also ranked very, very low, right? I never know how to. I never know how to.
How to what?
To say like if somebody's ranked high or low, like because it's rankings, right? 1 to 10.
Ranked high. You don't say ranked low.
Yeah, but if you rank high, that means that could also mean like his number is high.
When you say ranks, you also say yes, he's ranked high. Like for example, it's a very gamer moment, okay? But like let's say like you say okay, he's a high rank gamer. No, see that's correct. High rank means that like you're high level.
Yeah, I know, but it kind of gets confusing because like the number is higher. But anyway, so he's ranked 10th now. He was 13th before his last fight. He's ranked 10th now. He probably is going to move up another ranking if Paul Felder retires and they take him out of the rankings. So that means he's top 10 for sure, right? A guy that of his caliber, of his fame, of his reputation, to be ranked that high, that low. See that again, see?
Yeah,
ranked that low at 10th is very, very dangerous for Islam Makhachev's career, because guys don't want to fight you because it doesn't make sense for them and their career, their trajectory. If you look at the guys that are at the top right now, they're not young guys. Of the top 6, top 7 guys, how many of them are in their 20s? None of them are in their 20s, right? They're all in their
this Tom too, he's low to 31, I think, right now.
No, I think he's 30. 29 or 30s. But anyway, so all these guys are already established, right? They've already gone through the
trials and tribulations.
Yeah, they're in their primes, most of them. For them to say, okay, I'm going to risk my ranking, fight this guy that's ranked 10th. If I beat him, the whole thing doesn't really mean much.
Yeah.
The fans will say, oh, he was never good.
Yeah.
He was never good as Khabib. He was just all hype. He was all hype.
Yeah.
So if they go in and they beat Islam Makhachev, what really happens? They take some of his hype, yeah. Right? They take some of his thing. But when you're Dustin Poirier, when you're Justin Gaethje, when you're Conor McGregor, you don't need more hype. Like how much more hype are you gonna get? I get it in Leon Edwards' situation against Khamzat. I get that. That's a little bit different because Leon Edwards has very little hype around the world. He does have in the UK because he's from the UK and maybe Jamaica as well. But for guys like Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Conor McGregor, Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler, all those guys, like, okay, bro, I'm trying to. I have probably like 4 or 5 fights left in my career. Why am I going to waste my time and risk this to face Islam Makhachev, who doesn't really have much to offer?
Yeah, did you watch a hot boxing
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson with the Ali Abdelaziz?
What do you say?
He's basically saying that they want to use Tony Ferguson as a ladder for Islam to go up.
Because right now he makes
Where's
the most
Ferguson
sense.
ranked right now? Is he even in top 10?
I believe before he was top 10. Yeah, he was like 7th or something.
Holy! So we'll fall from grace.
I in the top 10. Tony Ferguson makes sense for an Islam Makhachev, right? Because it's a name value. It's a guy that has history with your former teammate. It brings a lot of attention, and it can catapult you into the top 8 for sure. Now, does that happen? I don't think Tony Ferguson would do that. I think Tony Ferguson is going to be instructed by the UFC to listen. These guys, don't look at these guys anymore. Yeah. Take a little step back. Let's take a guy that's up and coming, but he's ranked maybe like 10th to 15th, right? Not Drew Dober necessarily, but somebody that's in that range of Drew Dober. Right? And I think as a Tony Ferguson fan, right, I would enjoy that a lot more.
How about Tony versus Nasrat?
That would be fun. That would be a fun fight.
That would be very fun to fight.
That would be a fun fight, but I don't know if they would do that.
I want to make so that was Khamzat and Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov and their beef.
What's going on? So
I haven't Team Chechnya versus Team Dagestan.
So not to get into ethnicity and all that kind of stuff. There is animosity, or the Chechen people are not the best friends with Dagestanis and other regions.
Ties with Kadyrov.
Who's Kadyrov?
He's the prime minister.
Chechen leader. Yeah. So there's a lot of political stuff that goes into it. I'm not gonna act like we know everything, all the entire situation.
We know some,
but I remember back when Khamzat was first starting out. I know I was looking at who he was and where he's from, and I saw Chechnya. I was like, oh, this guy probably isn't going to be messing with the Khabib guys.
But
right?
He was though. He was training with them. The issue came recently when he went on Instagram Live. Yeah. And he was talking smack base. He's like, listen, I can beat any of these guys. If you give me Khabib, I'm gonna be Khabib too. Come on, you gotta get his name out of your mouth, bro. Yeah. And then his cousin of Khabib, right, Abu Bakr. Yeah. He came back and was like, you were training with us, right? We train. We say even sleep in the same room and everything, right? Yeah. And now you're gonna come here and talk smack. Yeah. And then they started talking about how you live in Sweden, this and that, and they went back and forth, right? So it got really heated.
Yeah. I saw some stuff up on that. I wasn't sure, but Khamzat's situation is very, 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 very unique, right? He talks a lot. We haven't really seen a guy of his status, from his background, fighting in the UFC. You see a lot of guys from Dagestan, but they're of Khabib's camp, right? Yeah. The ones that are pushed and stuff like that. I would hope that going back to what I was saying before you cut me off, when I was looking at his ethnicity and stuff, right? I saw Chechen, and just from basic stuff that I knew beforehand, I was like, okay, Chechen people don't necessarily have the best relationship with other people in the region, right? But then they started training with each other, and I was like, okay, that's very good, right? They're bringing their people together, and they're really supporting each other. But it seems like there may have been some bad blood. Maybe Khamzat is just shooting the shit.
He's running his mouth for no reason.
Yeah, maybe it's just a question came on IG, and he's like, let me just answer that. Let me have a little fun here.
It'll be a fun fight though. Yeah, Khamzat versus Abu Bakr. Yeah, he fights 170, right?
Or
he's 155.
No, he's in that region. I forget where he's at. I thought you were gonna say it's a fun fight for him to face Khabib.
No, that's a whole different question and story. And
he's too big. Analysis. He's too big. He's too big.
Too strong.
That's a good video. Thumbs up with Khabib.
That's a really good. Give me that video idea, bro.
But
you never know. You never know. We could do it.
So Khamzat, I feel he's getting a lot of fame very, very fast. It's not just in the MMA community, it's global as well. Sometimes when you have a situation where guys blow up like this, there is going to be a lot more attention, a lot more questions, and a lot more drama, right? It's a bigger drama show, as Triple G would say.
And this is boxing.
This is boxing. So I would like to see a fight between Khamzat and him in the camp, so Khabib's camp, but at the same time, I kind of want them to just squash the beef, because
might not turn out too well.
Because the last time you had a guy from Russia that was talking trash to Khabib's camp, It resulted
Schmack.
Resulted in a slap.
A smack.
Right? Artem Lobov. Yeah. Artem Lobov.
King Artem, bro.
Artem Lobov went on like Russian TV or something, and he was talking trash about.
He called Khabib a bad word. Female dog.
Fetal dog?
Female dog.
Female dog? Oh.
Yeah. Bad man.
So I hope it doesn't devolve to that. But
evolve to that.
Huh?
Evolve to that. Not devolve to that. Evolve to that.
No, it's devolved to that.
Okay. If you want.
Evolve?
As in like the situation.
Devolve, bro. It's
de-evolve means like you go back.
No, you're thinking of Pokemon.
Check right out, bro. Anyways, yeah, listen, it'd be a good fight.
Devolve, transfer or delegate power to a lower level, especially from central government to
How do you
local.
spell it?
DE and evolve.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Pass into different state.
I was thinking pass into a different state. I was thinking about Pokemon,
I know.
bro.
Evolve up, devolve down. What? It kind of is though, right? Devolve is like it turns into right. It passes through. Anyways,
what would John Jones versus Stipe Miocic look like? John Jones or Stipe?
I remember. I always start these conversations with I remember.
Let me tell you something.
What I remember. Before John Jones came, Francis Ngannou became the champion, and John Jones was to enter the heavyweight division. There was talks about him facing Stipe Miocic. Stipe.
Yeah.
Miocic. No. How
Stiopich.
Stiopich. Yeah. Stiopich.
Kalabib.
So there was talk about John Jones going to heavyweight division, and at that time it was Stipe Miocic that was the champion. So automatically you start thinking about, okay, how does the matchup go, blah 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 blah. And sorry,
buddy had a couple of Coke cans last night, bro, and they're adding up now.
I actually didn't. I actually had lemonade,
and they're not Diet Coke, brother. No ice.
2 burger, please.
2 burger.
The sentiment that was going around was that John Jones is facing a Stipe Miocic that isn't a traditional, not a traditional heavyweight in sense of weight. Yeah. Right, he's more of a smaller heavyweight that walks around or comes into the fight around like 230, 240. Doesn't have the biggest frame. Is probably more comparable to a guy that more comparable to John Jones.
Skillful.
No, I'm just talking about his frame and stuff. Yeah. So physically, he's more of a John Jones type of heavyweight. If John Jones were to go up, as opposed to
Jones.
Big Bones, as opposed to like Francis Ngannou, Overeem, Ben Rothwell, right? Those guys are a lot bigger, right, compared to Stipe Miocic. The second thing was John Jones is going to have a lot more tools at his disposal compared to Stipe Miocic. Stipe Miocic is more of a he uses his hands most of the times, right? Yeah. He doesn't really use his legs very much. He doesn't have the best takedown, but he can take down guys that aren't the best at defensive, like sprawling and stuff like that, as we saw in the first Francis Ngannou fight and other matchups. So if you look at the matchup from like skill wise, as frame wise, as technical wise, all the advantages go to John Jones. He's taller, longer reach. The list goes on, right? He has elbows. He has his kicks. He can cinch. So the one thing that John Jones had to deal with that was a question mark was Stipe's durability. Stipe is able to absorb a lot of shots. He's very good at like continuing the fight, even though he probably shouldn't be still in the fight anymore, right? So what happens when John Jones is beating up Stipe over and over and over, but Stipe just is able to take his opportunities where they come and finish his opponent. Like in the second DC fight, right? DC was winning like the early rounds, right? It was kind of DC's fight. He was winning that time, but then Stipe Miocic made the adjustments, went to the body and finished DC. Right? Not all these guys have that kind of heart. Not all these guys. Ayo! But not everybody has that kind of heart. So what happens against John Jones? Does he just do what John Jones does? He do what he does to everybody else, or does that extra durability, that extra the strength that heavyweights have help Stipe win that fight? Yeah. Now John Jones said he doesn't want to fight Stipe Miocic because why is he going to fight Stipe when he's not the champion?
So quickly end it off though. Who's your pick? If the fight would happen tomorrow,
John Jones. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. John Jones. 1 week from now?
John Jones.
1 year ago.
John Jones.
Bro. We love you, Steve, but you're a sick fighter, bro. Will Izzy move back up to light heavyweight?
Yeah, 100%.
You think so?
100%.
I think he's gonna make
100%. I approve.
100% G's approve. First fight, I think.
I guess Paulo Costa, the champion,
bro.
He's gonna go up to 205 and face a champion. Paulo Costa.
Bro, can they send Costa to just move up weight now, bro? Like, come on. Stop fighting at
170. He's so 170, 185.
185, sorry.
He's so lean, and he's at an age where he's still able to maintain that. It doesn't make sense for him to go to 85 yet. He's only lost one big fight at 185. He just hasn't fought.
Give me the date.
When he's facing who's he facing? Jack Hermanson?
Cannonier.
No, Cannonier. Yeah,
Sick fight.
That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be his comeback fight. I think he's gonna go in there. He's gonna try to impress. I don't think he'll be scared of Cannonier. But he's gonna go in there, try to impress, and try to make that call out against Izzy.
Who won the fight between Costa and Romero? It was Costa, right?
Costa, yeah. He won a decision.
That was a close fight.
That was a fun fight as well. Israel's Adesanya going to 205, you said? Yeah. So after beating
Vittori.
After losing to Jan Blachowicz, we talked about how this is not necessarily the end for Izzy. The matchup for against Jan Blachowicz was a tough matchup for anybody. Israel Adesanya, right? Yeah, for anybody, but for Israel Adesanya especially, a guy that has very good grappling, who's much heavier than you, who's very, very defensive, has a lot of patience, doesn't overextend, is able to hit you with counters, heavy leg kicks. The list goes on. That is a bad matchup for a guy like Israel Adesanya, who preys on guys that praise on guys who uses other guys' momentum, uses other guys' overreaching to his advantage, right? He is able to control those type of fights and win them. The times that he's had difficulties is against guys that are able to just that are faster, maybe, that are a lot more powerful, right? Actually, I don't know. I don't know if you can categorize it.
Like Gastelum.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but Gastelum isn't necessarily that much powerful than Israel Adesanya.
I would say so. He is.
He has more
power in the hands.
They both knocked out fighters. I don't know if one is stronger than the other. Yeah. What's their power levels? What do you think?
On Dragon Ball scale or
yeah, Dragon Ball scale.
I don't really watch Dragon Ball. Let's go from 1 to 10, okay?
Yeah.
I would say Izzy is 7 because he's all counter, right? I would say
he's all precision.
Yeah. With Gas, I'm probably 8 or 9, power wise. I think he's up there with Costa.
Jeez.
For the power.
So, Israel Adesanya has the opportunity and time to go back to light heavyweight. If it was the other, say if it was him going down, so if it was he's going from 185 to 170, for example, it would be a completely different situation, right?
He has to gain weight this time.
In this situation,
my phone,
sorry, yeah. Why am I apologizing? So, but in this situation, it's him going up. And he's made it clear that he doesn't want to gain weight. And I agree. He doesn't really need to gain weight.
I think he does.
Him gaining an extra 10 pounds against the Jan Blachowicz fight, I don't think he would have won, regardless.
Come on.
What is 10 pounds going to do if
10 pounds would have helped him when he was on the bottom and he couldn't get up?
If you give him 10 more pounds, he's not going to magically know how to get up. He's not going to magically just push off Jan Blachowicz, right? It doesn't make sense. There's guys that are much smaller than him that in that same position would have been able to get up because they know how to get up.
I.e.?
Who do you want? Whitaker would have got up.
Debatable.
Costa. Damian Maia would have got up.
Okay.
There's a lot of guys that would have got up.
Soldier of God.
Yeah, he would get up right away. He wouldn't even get taken down.
100%.
100%. I approve. But I think because he's going up in weight, right? It's a different weight class. He doesn't really have to change much. I think there's an opportunity there. Now against John Jones, I don't think that has to happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jan Blachowicz wins his maybe next 2 fights, right? We see a rematch between him and Israel Adesanya. The reason why is Israel Adesanya can go in here and beat Marvin Vettori and then go in and beat Robert Whitaker if that happens. I'm not saying
Robert.
Yeah, Robert. I'm not saying he's going to beat them. I'm just saying hypothetically, if he goes and beats Marvin Vettori, then he goes and beats Robert Whitaker and Jan Blachowicz. No, leave Costa. Leave him alone. Let him do his own journey. And then Jan Blachowicz goes and beats Glover, and then he goes and beats like
Reyes again.
Jack Hermanson or something.
Reyes
right?
again. Huh? Reyes?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Reyes. Leave him alone, man. He needs to take some time off. And
Yuri. Oh my god. Speaking
Yuri,
of
yeah.
Oh my god, Yuri versus Jan would be a dream fight, bro.
So if they both have these 2 fights and they come out as winners, I think you can see a rematch. Jan versus Izzy 2.
But can Jan beat Yuri? Do you see happening?
Yeah, I see it.
Yuri's a dangerous man.
Yuri reminds me of Johnny Walker. Do you remember Johnny Walker?
Of course, Johnny Walker.
Yeah, he has his hands down a lot. He relies on his chin way too much. I think a guy like Jan Blachowicz would
test that chin apart and break it apart.
Yeah, he would hurt that chin really hard.
It'd be a good fight though.
It'll be a fun fight, but I don't think Yuri is ready yet.
Yep.